Well, we got a couple paths we can take. There's a fort over here or a tower over here. Kind of worried that's gonna mean goblins, orcs, something that's gonna go bump in the night, just because they did warn us that there are goblins all over. But I want loot. Oh, what are we attacking? Oh, it is the goblins. Yep, there they are. Alright. Should have known. Should have figured. I know I'm not being very rangerish in attacking goblins with a morning star and using a buckler, but... Well, I need to be able to fight them one-on-one for when I get attacked, because not all of them just go for my companions. Oh, Jazarka just gonna beat people down with his big stick. Look at him. I still have my level ups. I still need to use those. I've just been saving them, as I often do. Poor Jazarka just getting beat up here. Which I would rather he switch back to magic, but he's really relying on his walking stick now, isn't he? Yeah, loot everything, take everything that's not nailed down, because eventually we'll get to the city, and eventually I can sell everything. Well, the good news is we're finally getting enemies with shields, so I can now give Lydia a shield as well, which... Yeah, for now, she'll get a shield.
What do you want me to carry?
Alright, there you go.
Let's get going then.
I still want to see what's in the tower. I want to see if I can go into the tower. I'm still sad that Hrothgar died. I was really hoping he was going to be with me for the entirety of this, and I already miss him. Oh. Hello? I'm not sure if he's angry. I'm not sure if he's an enemy. Approach Garrick. Head hurt? Why you make Garrick's head hurt, skinny people? Hey, I'm a normal weight. Your head? I'm not doing anything to make your head hurt. Why it hurt then? Why? Oh, Garrick wants to pound head through wall, make pain go away. Don't be an idiot. You can't make your head feel better by pounding it against a wall. Haha, no funny. Garrick head hurt. You insult me. Now Garrick make your head hurt. That funny. Welp. I make friends everywhere I go. And... Oh! Well... We failed. What's wrong with your head, Garrick? No, walk here from my cave. Need to answer call. Now cannot end head hurt. It hurt. Garrick want to pound head against wall to make head okay. Well, if you stub your toe, then you won't notice your head hurting as much. You know, I don't think that's a very good idea. Maybe you're right. Know what to do. Well, we gotta find something for him. I don't know if I should try to open his chest, because I feel like that'd be a great way to get him mad at me. Out of curiosity, I'm just wondering if there's a marker for this. There is. I'm someone that usually I'm fine with quest markers, and I'm not necessarily opposed to it here, but I'm more surprised because when I think older RPGs from like 2000 and even beforehand, I think, oh, you know, they're not really holding your hand, telling you exactly where to go, so I kind of figured I'd be a little bit more on my own in trying to figure out how to cure his headache. Is that a goblin up there? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Don't know why I was doubting myself. He's also not very observant. He's not aware that he's being brutally murdered right now.
Are you prepared to die?
Yeah, you finish him off. Or not. I thought Lydia went up the ramp. I assumed that she knew how to get to him, but no. This is why I'm in charge. This is why I'm the party leader. We can't trust you guys to do anything right. Ransacked hut. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait, yes, never mind. Oh god, hey, you know where I can find an orc stronghold? Confront is such an ugly word. How about a nice howdy? Who you? I am Kuldahar, Chief of Bleeding Eye. Bow before me and pay tribute. You guys are really snorting up a storm in here. Sorry, I don't give tributes to smelly morons. Why should I? I refuse. Hold on. No need to be hostile. Here, take my gold, just don't hurt me. I don't really have any gold. You lie. I find the gold on you. Okay, well...
Until next time.
Oh, he doesn't actually attack. Okay. You guys really just... You should learn how to breathe quieter. Oh, you killed her.
Kill him.
Yeah.
Talks to me like that again. Get him while he's sleeping.
Against my better
Poison his
judgment,
meat.
oh,
See how he
we're gonna
likes
get
that.
revenge for the farmer. Oh, okay, even before I could attack, they were hostile. The second I took out my weapons, they were hostile. Okay. Oh, Lydia with the jump attack. Look at her. Really close quarters. I'm just gonna stand back here for a second. I believe in you guys. I believe in you. Really, I'm just letting my companions do a lot of the work, but that's why I wanted the party in the first place. Stoutward. Ooh. 24 light armor, small shield, usually round, and is carried on the forearm. Gripped with a shield hand, lightweight compared to a medium shield, permits the user to carry other items in that hand, although he cannot wield or carry another weapon. What, so like if I wanted to use a torch while also using the shield? I don't think it actually works that way. I don't think it would work that way at all. I think it's just flavor text, but still kind of cool. I like it. Oh, I can't go down there. Never mind. Yeah, I just want to find a two-handed weapon at some point. I haven't found any aside from the quarterstaff. I could have bought one, but I'm just trying to save my money. Not that I even have a lot of it anyway. It looks like Kuldahar should be pretty close, unless this is just going to be like another transition zone. Like this is going to be a loading screen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is. Well, I don't see the city yet. I want to see it. I am ready for city living.
Fighting their way through the
God,
goblin-infested
God,
valley
okay.
of the pass,
That
the
scared
survivors
me.
of the doomed East Haven expedition at last came upon the small hamlet of Kuldahar.
Alright.
Nestled within the roots of a massive oak tree, the tiny cottages were a welcome sight for the weary travelers. As the party approached the town, a warm breeze blew over them, chasing away the chill of the frozen pass, and carrying with it the sweet scent of cooking fires.
You really couldn't put that at the start of the zone? You really had to jump scare me like that? That was a little unnecessary. That was a little bit much. Calm down. Is that a child running to meet me? Oh. Wow, talk about pop-in. Talk about a low render distance. Approach Nate. I knew you'd make it, I just knew it! Who are you and how did you know we were coming? Well, hooray for you, now out of my way, kid. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Farewell. I didn't think he was gonna leave. I thought he was gonna keep talking to me.
Hi there.
Hi. If you haven't already, you should go see Arundel. I'm sure he'll want to know that you've arrived. I'm gonna stay here and keep a lookout. Maybe they'll send an army after all. No army's coming. Yeah, I got bad news for you there. Okay, I didn't realize how, I guess short the render distance was gonna be for the city for Kuldahar. Like, even now, yep, I was gonna say it looked like the city hadn't rendered in fully anyway. It looked like the tree hadn't fully rendered in either. Alright. Girths. Right? Girth? Girth's equipment shop, man. Hey, where you shopping today? Oh, I'm shopping at Girth's. Hey, you there. Are you the master of this establishment? Would you be the Girth master?
Well, hello.
Approach Girth. Ah, whereso the wind blows, travelers seek shelter and supplies mayhap. Good day and cheer to you, sir. My name is Girth. I tell by the cut of your cloth and your bearing that you are a visitor, fresh to Kuldahar and making fun of my name. Also, it's probably Gareth, but I can't make fun of that. This is my shop, friend. I supply caravans in the shade of the great oak. This shop was my father's and my father's before him, and it dates almost 3 generations back, if you can believe it. Like many places in Kuldahar and the surrounding lands, there is much history to be found, if one digs deep enough. Are you a historian, then? I wouldn't go so far to say that. I dabble in time's passage, perhaps, but it is not a full-time occupation, merely a hobby. I do enjoy learning more of the past and examining trinkets from around the area. And other stuff. What sort of things do you collect? Keys, notes, books on the region. If you happen to come across any on your travels, I'll pay a fair sum for them to take them off your hands. So, keys, books, documents. If I need them later, can I purchase them back? Of course, I purchase such things only for my own interest and to preserve the history and culture. They do not end up on a rattling caravan to some Kalimshan market, that's for certain. Aye, good day and cheers to you again. How may Girth help you in this fine Kuldahar day? Oh. Alright, yeah, let me trade with him instead.
Yes?
Ooh, wait, ammunition belt. Oh, it's clutter. It's also very expensive. 4,000 gold. Bardic Horn of Valhalla, summon a Berserker Warrior, 24,000. Oh. I really hope, my god, I really hope there's some ways to make good money, because otherwise I'm a little worried about the economic balancing, as it were. We do have some scrolls of identification that we can buy. Alright. Nothing really that I want, or nothing that I can really afford. Yeah, because it says these are just clutter. Ammunition belt and gem bag are both just clutter, so I feel like I wouldn't really want them then. I could sell you the pearl that I got from the Lady of the Lake. Ah, the lore book doesn't sell for anything. Well, okay. Wait a second, I don't know if he has anything then for the headache. I don't think so. Ooh, I like that lantern. Okay, this is where I want to be. The Shrine of Sylvanas. Oop. Oh, this table's just really tall. Okay, that's what it is. Approach Arundel.
Welcome.
Oh,
I've been expecting you for some time now.
it's nice to hear a voice. Expecting us? How's that possible? We only recently arrived in town.
Yes, well, bad news travels upon swift wings in these mountains. I know about your expedition from Easthaven. I know why you are here, for it was I who sent for you.
You bastard, you killed Hrothgar, or... Well, you didn't kill him, but now he's dead and I'm sad about it. You sent the messenger? You are the archdruid that he spoke of?
Yes. It was I who sent Hallister to Easthaven for help. His death weighs heavily upon my conscience. For not only was he a student of mine, but he was also a friend and trusted companion. He will be missed. As will Hrothgar and the other members of your expedition.
Yeah. You know about the avalanche? You knew Hrothgar?
Let us say I knew of him.
Oh.
Word of his deeds has reached even our small, isolated town. I also know that his death, tragic as it is, was no accident. Someone or something did not want your party to reach Kuldahar alive.
Well, what's going around here, old man? Oh, it's so fun, though, reading all these, because it's like, man, you could be such a dick in older games. Some new games, yes, but I feel like not to the same extent. Like, I can just be such an asshole in this. This someone or something, I presume, is the reason you sent for help? Well, tell me, Arundel, what troubles this town?
There are malevolent forces at work in these mountains. Forces that seek to undermine the delicate balance we druids have struggled to preserve for centuries.
Malevolent forces? Could you be a little bit more specific? I see malevolent forces every other day.
Oh, would that I could. The face of the evil remains hidden, but its presence is unmistakable. All about us, there are signs of its damaging influence on the balance. The unnatural weather, the recent rash of abductions, the numerous monster sightings in the past. These all point towards something sinister. Even the animals sense something is amiss.
You spoke of balance. What sort of balance are you talking about? Like, the Force, yin yang, what are we talking?
The balance. It is what the Druids of Kuldahar hold sacred and have worked to preserve for generations. It is all around us. It is us. Balance is the harmony that is achieved when man and nature learn to coexist, no longer contending with one another, but coming together as two parts of a whole.
What can you tell me about the Druids of Kuldahar?
Balance is the belief that this town is built upon, the very reason for its existence. Druids of Sylvanas, the Oak Father, have tended this shrine since the beginning. For hundreds of years, we have striven to achieve the ideal balance between man and nature. When settlers finally came to this pass, it was the Archdruid Tolban, my predecessor, who laid the foundation for the relationship that led to the birth of this community.
Shrine? What shrine are you talking about?
The great oak, the massive tree that stands above us, around us. It is a holy shrine to Sylvanas, for it was he who planted its seed when fae'run was first born. It is a testament to the raw power of nature, a monument to its ability to thrive in the face of adversity. Thanks to Tolban, the great oak we druids called the Kuldahar, and the town that has come to be known by the same name, have together become a monument of even greater significance, a monument to the balance.
Alright, well, I'm not done talking to you yet.
Welcome. I've been expecting you for some time now.
We already had that part of the conversation. I thought you should know I came across an ogre in the past that's at a time. This ogre, who calls himself Garrett, complained about a sharp pain. Is there something you can do to help?
Interesting. It is impossible to determine exactly what ails him without examining him myself. But I do know of an herbal remedy that may ease his suffering. If you like, I could tell you the recipe so that you may help him help himself.
Yeah, what is the recipe?
Tell him to gather a handful of frost berries that grow throughout these mountains. He must squeeze the juices from the berries into a pot of boiling tundra grass. Once mixed, the entire brew must be consumed in order for the pain to subside.
Alright, return to Garrick with the remedy for his headache. Well, I'll come back for you. Let me go to Garrick first. Hey, buddy. Ow, you here again? Head still hurt. Okay, it's all the way at the bottom, so yeah, don't call him a whiny baby, don't call him a big dummy. Garrick gathered the red and purple frostberries that grow near hot springs, mash them into a paste, and eat them with boiled tundra grasses that'll make your head stop hurting. The remedy actually only works for ogres. That fix head, I give thanks. I go make head better now. Hey, don't mention it. Oh, is he gonna leave? Yeah, because if he leaves, then I can open the chest without any issue. Right? You might need to duck a little bit to get out. Maybe that's why your head hurts. Maybe it's because you're walking, yep, just smacking your face right into the door frame. Please leave so I can steal your stuff. Please leave so I can take your stuff. I'll wait an hour. I'll see if that does anything. And he's gone. Alright, we're good. Wait. Enchanted wand, unidentified. Ooh. Didn't even notice that before. leather bracers, lockpick, mass paralysis, and gold. So nothing crazy, but I mean, hey, loot's loot. Now, as always, since I'm not a mod author, since I don't make mods myself, I still have, you know, some limited amount of knowledge, but I wonder what could be done to make this render in a little bit sooner or a little bit farther out, because I have, like, max render distance, and it's been fine for other places in the mod. It's really just been here at Kuldahar that it's not really working too well.
Welcome. I've been expecting you for some time now.
We've done this already. Let's cut to the chase. Oh, wait a second. Do I have to go through that dialogue again, but with a different option? Oh, I'm not sure then. Alright, I had to go through the entire, like, introductory conversation with them again, but hopefully we can actually move this forward. Can you tell me more about these disturbances?
I can only tell you of what little I know. Which disturbances would you have me speak of?
Okay, well, they're your disturbances, so tell me everything, you know? Unnatural weather.
Oh, the weather in these mountains has always been harsh, but never like this. Fierce storms ravage the valley without warning, often lasting for several days at a time, before vanishing as quickly as they come. It is barely midway into leafall, and yet the pass to the south has been snowed in entirely. Weather such as this is most unnatural. Nature presents itself in cycles that are predictable by those who know what to look for.
Oh, wait, do I have to go through this again and ask him more about the disturbances each time? I kind of wish it routed back to the other options rather than going one layer back and having to go back in and all that.
I can only tell you of what little I know. Which disturbances would you have me speak of?
Tell me about the abductions.
Oh, yes. Terrible, terrible. At first, there were tales told by travelers of companions disappearing into the night, snatched up from their bedrolls as they camped along the narrow trail that winds through the pass. We did not think much of these tales, for such occurrences are not unheard of in these mountains. Then one night, Conlan's boy, Sheemish, went missing. The next morning, the whole town searched for the boy, but turned up nothing. He was just gone, vanished, without a trace. The boy was just the first. Several nights later, another disappeared, Megan Potts, the local midwife. Her husband, Khalil, was grief-stricken to the point of madness. With barely a word to anyone, he snatched up his sword and marched off into the darkness after his wife. No one has heard from him since. And now, the abductions are occurring more frequently. Aiden, the old innkeeper from the Evening Shade, was taken only 3 days ago. Which disturbances would you have me speak of?
Tell me about the monster sightings.
As I'm sure you have noticed by now, there seems to be quite a few goblins about. It is not usual to see so many of their kind roaming the mountains so late in the year. It is almost as something has drawn them out of their holes, like carrion birds drawn to the scent of death. As if the goblins weren't enough, several giants have been spotted moving through the pass in groups as large as 10. That many giants traveling together in such numbers indicates they are organized and are acting with a singular purpose. I have watched their activities closely. Their tracks trace a deliberate pattern through the mountains, almost as if they were on patrol. Another thing, while I was out scouting the giants, I discovered other sets of tracks I have never encountered before. What manner of beast made them? I could not say.
Did I just hear a bear outside? I thought I heard something in the background. So, what are we to do about all this?
I fear that if we do not soon discover the source of these disturbances, then all that we have worked for will be destroyed. The evil that has come to these mountains infects this town like a disease. As its people suffer, so does the tree suffer from the sickness that attacks the balance, corrupting it with its very presence. Already, the circle of warmth that radiates from the great oak has begun to recede. We were forced to abandon the outlying farmsteads as a result of the shrine's fading power. If we do not take action soon, I am afraid that the life-giving warmth will cease altogether.
Zargo, what are you saying to Lydia?
Both the great oak and the town,
No secrets
nestled
here.
within its roots, will die. This must not happen. We need your help.
Yeah, I don't think Jazarga wants to help, but, yeah, I will. Very well, together we shall root out this evil that threatens the town. What must we do?
I suggest you begin by investigating the Vale of Shadows.
Ooh,
It is a place not far from here.
ominous.
Darkness has always clung to the floor of the small canyon, as if the light of the sun itself were wary of the place. There are a number of ancient crypts hidden within the shadows of the Vale's narrow cliff walls. There have been rumors of the dead awakening and emerging from their dusty tombs to walk once more amongst men. If these rumors are true, then I suspect that whatever is responsible for disturbing their slumber may be behind the other disturbances as well. Go to the Vale of Shadows, learn what you can about the happenings there, then return here and we shall discuss a course of action. Good luck, and farewell.
Oh, you've completed part 2 of my unofficial Icewind Dale remake in Skyrim project. Feel free to explore, to return to Skyrim, open the console with the tilde key COC Riverwood, or, COC anywhere. Leave feedback on the mod page, and don't forget to endorse if you think the mod deserves it. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for playing. Aw, I kinda wanted to go to the Vale of Shadows. I was really hoping I was gonna go to the Vale of Shadows. You had me excited. Damn. Well, in that case, I'll instead just jump into the review. But this has a lot of promise. I would love to see more of this, and I'll go into more in the review, but this managed to capture like an older RPG, but in Skyrim, kind of like how Skygerfall, the Skyrim mod to remake Daggerfall's main story, did. And I think that's really impressive. So yeah, would love to see more of this, would love to see this be continued, would love if this could eventually be, the full game of Icewind Dale remade in Skyrim. I think that would be great. While I didn't find any new side quests in the settlement of Kuldahar, there were still plenty of new characters, merchants, and locations within the village. I'll be showing some of this during the review section, so you can get a better sense of just how filled in the village is. One thing to note is that Kuldahar serves as the second release from the author, in which they've worked to remake the classic Icewind Dale game. Their first mod added the starting town of Easthaven, its side quests, and everything up until you leave for the expedition. This second release, the one that I've shown for these past 3 videos, added the road to Kuldahar, the village, and so on. If the author does continue to update this and add on to this remake, which it sounds like they will, I hope they do so with a single mod, rather than releasing new mods for each and every chapter. My reason for this being that their Easthaven mod is incompatible with Kuldahar, so from my understanding, you would have to uninstall the first mod, install the second, and start over on a new save game. I would want to be able to continue playing with my current save as updates and additions roll out, rather than having to play from the beginning again. That being said, I am glad to hear that the author plans to continue this, and I'd love to see them remake as much of Icewind Dale as they can. I think releasing this chapter by chapter would even be a fun way to do it, and it reminds me a little of waiting for new installments in the Telltale games. It's funny how well they managed to capture the spirit of an older RPG in Skyrim, and maybe that makes sense in a way. Icewind Dale came out in the year 2000, Skyrim came out 11 years after that. We're now further out from Skyrim's release than Skyrim was from Icewind Dale's. Playing this reminded me of something like Skygerfall, the mod that recreated Daggerfall's main questline and world space within Skyrim. It does a great job of capturing that more classic world design, and finding a way to bring it into Skyrim's gameplay. The world design was a bit more flat, but I attributed that to trying to emulate the 2000 isometric game. Similar to how Skygerfall was a more flat region, especially in cities, as the original Daggerfall was pretty flat itself. I liked how every weapon and armor piece had their own little flavor text. I really liked that there were lore pages for some more unique pieces of gear, having a class system, boons from your chosen deity, and so on. Even being just the first chapter of the game, this is more than just remaking the quests. They're really trying to remake mechanics and components from the original gameplay. I think having vanilla characters such as Durak, Lydia, and so on as your party options is a really nice touch. It gives you that bit of bringing Skyrim characters into fae'run, having at least a little familiarity as far as your party composition goes. I do think audio levels could be tweaked at least a little bit, as I found the cutscenes and voice lines were really loud, and I had to turn them down significantly in editing. Optimizing file size is another thing I'd like to see, as this being over 3 GB is a little unnecessary, and I'd be a little concerned to see how large the final release might be. I personally would have liked if some character lines were split up, as there were times where I wasn't able to finish reading them before they popped away. I know Fusrodo's silent voice can be adjusted to have a longer read time, but I still think splitting up some of those longer dialogue segments could help to make it flow a little bit better. I do wish that there was a portal back to Skyrim as opposed to using console commands. Balancing felt really good. Granted, I strolled in with 3 companions, so I didn't have to do all too much myself. But it was a fun and different way to play, especially since I pretty much never use multiple followers for Skyrim. I think the author did a great job of trying to make the gear and world feel a bit more distinct, as well as renamed and retextured versions of the vanilla game gear. I was pleasantly surprised to have goblins as a new enemy, or the ogres being an edited giant model. It made this iteration of fae'run feel new, while still fitting into Skyrim stylistically. And I love that we had the new loading screens along with the narration. The limited voice acting is something from the original game, as only the more main characters were voiced. If the mod ever does remake the entire game, I'd be fine if they left this as is, instead of getting new voice actors to play the other roles. That way, it would be more representative of the original work. I actually really like how you can tell that these were older audio recordings for the voiced characters. It really helped put me in the mindset of playing an older game. This came as a really fun surprise. It's the kind of project that has a lot of potential. It's something that feels different and new within the Skyrim modding scene, and I think it would be a lot of fun to play through in full. I ultimately didn't realize just how quickly the main story would go by, and I was getting invested. If anything, maybe this means I should try out the original Icewind Dale, which is available on Steam, after all. But that's gonna be all for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, both of which get access to my official Discord server, as well as early access to most new videos. And if you'd like to watch me play something other than Skyrim, while still talking about Skyrim mods from time to time, make sure to check out the streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.